Hey guys, it's Michael, and today I'm here to do my wrap-up for the month of June and July. For some odd reason I didn't get a chance to do the wrap-up for June, so yeah, let's get started because I read about 11 books during those 2 months, which in my opinion is really good because I'm actually really ahead of my reading goal for this year to read 50 books. So yeah, let's get started. Alright. The first book that I read for June is The Bat by Jo Nesbo. I've never read a Jo Nesbo novel before, and I was in a crime fiction mood. So I decided to give this one a try, and you know what, it wasn't that bad. The cool thing about it was that it took place in Australia. It starts off as a mystery that he has to solve, and then all of a sudden it starts to become something more. The good thing is that the twist, I was really surprised because usually, you try to solve it, but this one, it was pretty good. So yeah, I gave this 3 stars out of 5 on Goodreads. And then the next book that I read is Grasshopper Jungle by Andrew Smith. This is my first Andrew Smith book, and I did a whole full-on review on this one actually, and I really enjoyed it. So if you want to hear my thoughts about it, I'll link that video below, but I gave this a 5 stars out of 5. It's a great book. And then next I read Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone, or Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. This is the UK British edition. It was awesome. So it's Harry Potter. Yeah, the funny part is I haven't read these books in ages. It's been literally years. I think the first time I read the first Harry Potter book was when I was in 2nd grade, 3rd grade, but yeah, it was still awesome. Really cool. 5 stars out of 5, that's for sure. And then next, I wanted to read The Giver by Lois Lowry because I saw the trailer and I was like, okay, I kind of remembered things from it, not everything. And it's still pretty good actually. I read this back in middle school for the first time, and it's been years, so yeah, but it's still a great dystopian. I really like it. I gave this 4 stars out of 5 on Goodreads. And then next I read Winger by Andrew Smith, and this book was awesome. This book is about a boy, Ryan, who basically you follow him during a semester of his sophomore year, and so basically it's about what happens and all of that. The great thing is that I really love the character of Ryan Dean West, and just his voice is just really awesome to read. I really enjoyed it. I gave this 5 stars out of 5. The ending has a slight sad, unexpected occurrence, and it was just awesome. I was completely blown away during that part. I really enjoyed it. I highly recommend it, and I found out that there's a sequel to this, so that's really exciting. And I'm slowly realizing that Andrew Smith is an awesome writer. Like, I kind of want to read more from him. So yeah. And then next, I read Cinder by Marissa Meyer. This is the first book of the Lunar Chronicles, and it's a retelling of Cinderella, but it has its twists and whatnot to it. What I really enjoyed this book was how it relates to the story of Cinderella, but then also it had actually some political stories, like political undertone to it, which was really cool, and you got to see how that monarchy is dealing with the other people. I'm really excited to read the other books because I've heard it gets even better. I gave this 3.5 stars out of 5, I believe, on Goodreads. So yeah. And then in July the Booktubeathon started, so I actually have a wrap of all these next books. So yeah, The Shining by Stephen King, awesome book. It was scary, it was long, so yeah. 5 stars out of 5. Next is Charlotte's Web by E.B. White, illustrated by Garth Williams. Awesome children's book. like I said in my wrap-up, awesome. 5 stars out of 5. Next is The Invention of Hugo Cabaret by Brian Zelznick. Awesome again. I really enjoyed it. Again, I did the whole spiel under. 4 stars out of 5 on Goodreads. Next is Therithmatist by Brandon Sanderson. This one was so cool, and again, like I said in my wrap up, this is really cool. I mean, fighting with chalk with geometric patterns and like attacking each other, I could really see it in my mind, and it was awesome. So yeah, I think I give this 4 stars out of 5 on Goodreads, but I really enjoyed it. And then after the Booktubeathon, it took me a while to read the next book, and I'm gonna explain why. It's Little Bee by Chris Cleave. I'm gonna talk about this book, and let me tell you, I actually thought the writing wasn't that bad. It was actually this is pretty good. The thing what killed me about this is the back of the book. All it says is the story of 2 women, and it says, once you have read it, you'll always want to tell your friends about it. When you do, please don't tell them what happens. The magic is how the story unfolds. So in my head, I was thinking like, oh, something is gonna happen, like really cool. I was really underwhelmed and disappointed by this novel. The characters weren't that bad. Little Bee is such a great character. I love reading from her point of view, but that was about it. And the plot with her and when they were on the island, that one was really good, but I just felt underwhelmed. When I reached the end, I was just like, that's it. I mean, the thing is, it has a lot of praises, I mean, in the back, so I could see why people like it, but it just wasn't for me. I just felt really disappointed in the end, and I was just expecting more. I did learn, the cool thing about this is that since it takes place in England, I did learn a little bit more about how they're immigrants, well, they're illegal immigrants, feel and what happens to them, because I didn't know about how that system works, so that was really nice. But other than that, yeah, I just wasn't feeling the book. Yeah, so I gave this 2 stars out of 5 on Goodreads, 2.5 maybe, but yeah, it just wasn't for me. Completely underwhelmed. I was just expecting more, and I know I shouldn't go into a novel thinking of grand expectations, but when the back says I should expect something to happen and how the story unfolds, yeah. So that's all the books that I read in June and July. I'm really feeling really good this year about the books that I'm reading, because a lot of them I'm really enjoying. So that's really exciting. Right now I'm currently reading Horns by Joe Hill, and let me tell you, it is awesome. Joe Hill is starting to become one of my favorite authors. I only read his Nosferatu novel, but man, it's really good. This one is awesome. It's really good. So yeah, other than that, the next video I'm gonna probably record is my book haul. I bought a lot of books recently. So yeah, other than that, let me know what you guys read within the past few months, and then I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.